Good morning, students. In this video lesson, we will study about another very important chapter of unit reproduction, that is sexual reproduction in flowering plants. First of all, we will study about flower. Flower is the sexual reproductive part of any angiosperm plants. It develops after the completion of vegetative phase. It helps in the production of male and female gamete, which is known as sperm and egg cell. Fertilization takes place inside the flower. The branch of ornamental horticulture that is concerned with the growing and marketing of ornamental flower is known as floriculture. Now come to the structure of typical flower. In a flower, 4 different sets of whorls or floral members are attached to a central axis called thalamus. The outermost and the first accessory whorl is of sepal and is known as calyx. The second accessory whorl is of petals and is called corolla. Next to the corolla is the male reproductive whorl of stamen called androecium, and the inner whorl of carpel or the female reproductive organ is called as gynoecium or pistil. Now, female reproductive organ. Female reproductive organ of any flowering plant is known as pistil. It comprises of 3 important parts: stigma, style and ovary. Stigma is present at the top of the pistil and has a sticky surface for the adhesion of pollen grains. Style is a tube-like structure which acts as a connecting link between stigma and ovary. Ovary is the basal swollen part which contain ovules. Next is male reproductive organ, which is known as stamen. It comprises of 2 important parts, that is anther and filament. Anther is responsible for production of sperm by meiosis. Sperm nuclei are enclosed by pollen grains. Filament holds the anther up in the flower. Next is the structure of anther. A bilobed terminal structure is known as anther. It is composed of 2 anther sacs or lobes separated by a tissue called connective tissue. The anther is bilobed and each lobe or sac consists of 2 theca separated by a septum. The anther is a tetragonal structure or 4-sided structure consisting of 4 microsporangia, 2 in each side of the lobes. Microsporangia develop further and get transformed into pollen sac. A typical microsporangium appears circular and is surrounded by 4 walls. Number 1, epidermis. It is the outermost single layer of cell which is protective in nature. Next is endothecium. It is the second layer with thick cells and help in dehiscence and is protective in nature. Third is middle layer. It is the third layer composed of 1 to 3 layers of cell and help in dehiscence and is again protective in nature. Last and fourth layer is tapetum with dense cytoplasm and many nuclei. It provides nourishment to the developing pollen grain. The center of each microsporangium is filled with closely arranged similar cells called sporogenous cells. At maturity, pollen sac is formed by fusion of 2 microsporangium in each lobe. Next is microsporogenesis. The process of formation of microspore from a pollen mother cell by meiosis is called as microsporogenesis. Each cell of the sporogenous tissue in a microsporangium act as a potential pollen mother cell PMC or microspore mother cell. PMC undergoes meiotic division to form cluster of 4 cells which is known as microspore tetrad. On maturity, the anther dehydrates and the microspores separate from each other to form pollen grains. Pollen grain develops from pollen mother cell by meiotic division. They represent the male gametophyte. They are generally spherical in structure and possess 2 prominent layered wall. Outer is exine and inner is intine. The exine is a hard layer made up of sporopollenin, which is one of the most resistant organic matter present in nature. The inner thin layer of intine is made up of cellulose and pectin. The exine has an aperture where sporopollenin is absent and known as germ pore. The newly differentiated pollen grain has a central nucleus and a dense cytoplasm. The protoplast mitotically divide into 2 unequal cells, bigger vegetative cell which is rich in food reserve and smaller spindle-shaped generative cell with dense cytoplasm and a nucleus. This stage of pollen grain is called 2-cell stage. The exine is a hard layer made up of sporopollenin which is usually resistant to high temperature, strong acid and alkali, and enzymes. In majority of the angiosperm, pollen grains are released in this 2-cell stage, whereas in the other species, the generative cell divide into 2 male gametes and thus pollen is said to be 3-cell stage. Now, how the pollen grains are harmful for the living organism? Pollen grain usually create several allergies and bronchial pain. They also create chronic respiratory disorders like asthma and bronchitis. Pollen grain of Parthenium or carrot grass is responsible for the pollen allergy. Apart from so many negative effects, pollen grains are important for the plant as they contain male gamete for the process of sexual reproduction. They are nutrient rich and thus are taken as food supplement in the form of tablets and syrup to increase the performance of athletes and race horses. A large amount of pollen grain can be stored for a year in liquid nitrogen at -196 degrees Celsius to be used later in crop breeding program. This process is known as cryopreservation and done usually in the pollen banks. Now we will study about the female reproductive unit that is known as pistil. A pistil has the following 3 major parts: stigma, style and ovary. Stigma is responsible to receive the pollen grain. It has a sticky surface and pollen grain gets stuck to it during the process of pollination. Style is an elongated, slender part just below the stigma that connects the stigma with the ovary. It holds the stigma to receive the pollen grain. It is through the style that the pollen tube grows and reaches to the ovule. Ovary. It is the basal swollen part of pistil that contains ovules and eggs for the process of fertilization. These are the various conditions in which the carpel or pistil is present in the flower. If the gynoecium has single pistil, then the plant or flower will be known as monocarpellary. If the gynoecium has more than 2 pistils, then it will be known as multicarpellary. If the pistils are present in the fused form, then the condition will be known as set carpus, and if the pistils are free from each other, then the condition is known as apocarpus.